Let me turn the radio on and set the mood.
Okay, let's lean back for a second here. Hello everyone and welcome to another video by yours truly, Jason Manning, aka Seke Leader. And I'm going to be broadcasting you a little bit of, I want to say like not a brief yet semi-brief explanation about tier armor and your gear score. So your gear score is affected by, of course, as some of you veterans to PvP, or well, not PvP, but MMOs might understand. And there are sets of gear. There's tier 1, tier 2 in this game, and other things like that. I still have agreed, which is kind of stupid. But you see these purple gears here. These are amazing things that you want. And then, you know, we got all these other things, but I mean, really, I just want to get into just a quick video if possible, just kind of like a simple explanation for you after level 60. What your main goal is to get better gear and get geared up, the best things that you could possibly get. And what you're going to do once you hit 60, if you're not in the middle of questing and other things and such, go into your queues in your start menu and go over here and you'll see these level 60 ones, and these require gear scores, minimum gear score for certain of these. And they also, you know, it's just quick stuff, but I mean, it's just, you'll notice that these are old dungeons. Cragmire Crypts, Cloak Tower, first two dungeons that you do, but they require a certain amount of gear score. Now this gear score can be obtained with some pretty simple gear. I'd say I had about 6,000 something gear score, but before I even hit 60. So I want to say that if you have the heirloom pack, you're going to be on track. Now the hardest one to complete, while being only part of the first tier set that I've come across so far, and I've done almost all these except for like 2 or 3, has got to be the Lair of the Mad Dragon. Either you're going to be coming across stupid people that don't know what they're doing, a group that isn't complete, or you're going to come across people that are trying to get a specific person for the last battle, like a healer or a tank, and you'll get kicked. So it could be troublesome, and that's not to say that only happens with Lair of the Mad Dragon. It happens with any dungeon. People are just douchebags sometimes, if not all the time in some of these games. And plus it's Xbox, and it just breeds douchebaggery with a game like this on console. But as you can see in the explanation for this, you can see under Gear, earn Seals of the Unicorn and have a chance to get Tier 1 Head and Waist. That purple text there is ideal and the most important thing in this whole area. That's Tier 1 Head and Waist. You have a chance that the very last chest will have one of these. Now, you're going to want to remember what Paragon you chose when you hit 30, I think it is. And there are a couple that you could choose sometimes, but most of the time there's 2, and they have specific names. For me, it would be Infiltrator, Master Infiltrator. So most of my gear is Master something. There are other ones, wrong thing. So you can see my helmet is Master Duelist, Master Duelist, Master Duelist, Master Duelist, Master Duelist, and just so on and so forth. Now, you're gonna want at least 2 of your tier 1 before going into tier 2, and you can see you just go down, down, down. Now the thing about waist, the whole right side of your character screen, I should say, waist, neck, offhand, mainhand, all that stuff too, as well, your weapons, those are not going to come up as a set. Your 4 set is going to be your gauntlets, your greaves, your armor piece, and your helmet. But kind of to say, I only have 1 tier 2 piece, and it is my, I think it's one of my right side ones. I think it's my neck piece or something like that. But, I mean, that's kind of just the simple thing, and when you get to the higher ones, which, again, I have not done, people, apparently I've heard, will kick you if you don't have a certain gear score. You know, because the minimum for you to even go into or queue, for instance, Castle Never, is 9,200 gear score. I have high enough gear score, but I've heard that if you don't have a certain amount, like 10,000 or something, you're going to get kicked. So if I go into Castle Never right now, a group that is full of guys who actually know what they're doing, guys and gals, are going to despise my guts and kick me, and I think just the fact that my armor piece is green is going to get me kicked. But I actually had a purple armor, or a blue armor piece. I got rid of it though because it was level 42, and I was like, you know what, I need level 60 for my gear score. And that's another thing I've told some people before. When you hit 60, even if the stats on a piece of armor are lower than a level 40 gear, 58 gear, even a 59 gear that you have on, that level 60 piece of gear is going to hop your gear score up and make you look even better, so I'd grab that. And you can even do better things and have a chance of doing more dungeons. So guys, I mean, this concludes it. I just wanted to I'm trying to think of some things for Neverwinter because it's such an amazing game, but even when I stream, I feel like it's just too boring. But not boring in a sense as the game itself, but spectating, I want to say. It's an amazing game though, and I still think it's free. It's on Xbox, and this is really just as close as it gets to being MMO. And really, it actually is. If you guys can play this game, if you guys even think you have a couple minutes to give it a chance, get to like level 10 or something. Maybe do something. Right now there's a thing going on called the Call to Arms, Defend the Temple. It only requires level 6. And the cool thing is, if you go in at like level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, you're going to get put in a group with 60s. And there's areas called Scaled, and that's just for another day. Maybe I'll start making a couple of tutorials on this channel, but as always guys, thanks for watching. This has been a Seke broadcast by yours truly, Jason Manning, aka Seke Leader. Have a great rest of your fucking day, and please do play this game. I'm out, and you know what? Little side note, not really a thing, but I do this on Destiny a lot, and I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna dance out on here too. Dancing. Again, have a great rest of your fucking day. Flawless Raider. Yes! I got it. What?